stopped being silent about urgent issues of our society. How it all started. May 2019, International Online Conference, Society, The Last Chance. 140 countries of the world, hundreds of thousands of people online, hundreds of broadcast platforms, translated into 7 languages simultaneously. If we all want to live in peace, why do we have a world of violence and destruction? It is up to us to build a different world. How can we do it? December 2020, Creative Society. United we can. 180 countries of the world, millions of people online, thousands of streaming platforms, 35 languages simultaneously translated. People have voiced today's reality and what they truly desire. And it is the Creative Society. All cultures have an image of the ideal world people want to live in. A world that prophets talked about. The time has come when we can make it real. How will we use this chance? Let's meet March 20th, 2021, 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time and 10 a.m. Eastern Time. International online event of global scale. Creative Society, what the prophets dreamed of. This is the day the world will unite to find out the truth, join the entire humanity, and spread the message.
Thank you very much. And now I would like to give the floor to our next speaker. He's the participant of the Creative Society project, Valery from Pennsylvania, USA. Valery, could you please share what do you feel? What is important about the Creative Society project, and what is the important about the conference itself, the one that was held on December 20th? Hello, dear friends. You know, I was inspired to participate in this conference because this conference and generally this project, the Creative Society project, enables the entire humanity to change our society for the better. And I have 2 kids, and the youngest, the smallest one, is 1 year old, and you know, I was looking at her and looking at her eyes and thought whether she will actually have a future. And I think every one of us thinks about this. And this conference, which was held in December, it really showed to all of us what kind of society we are living right now, what we came to, and everyone sees that he doesn't agree with what we have right now. Everyone wants changes. There are many of us, and if we are all united, then we will be able to change the vector of development. And this, you know, inspired me a lot. And I decided to help as much as possible to help by participating in these events. I was participant of such an event in the technical support for the first time. I didn't have any experience before that. The guys shared their experience and skills, and indeed everything is simple. It was a tremendous experience. When I was at the conference itself, I was involved in the preparation. I saw how many people really connected, how many speakers were there. And I was so impressed. I really understood that together we can do a lot. By simple methods, by simple steps, we can create the future of our dream. And such a simple example, when we're preparing, and some day before the conference, we launched all the technical points on our equipment, but the next day something changed. And it turned out that our laptops didn't fit by technical parameters. At the same time, the participants who were with us, they came to support us. They actually had needed laptops with them with needed technical parameters, and within a short period of time, we launched everything and everything was fine. So simple people do simple things and create good results. Also, another example that Maxim from California, who was also participating in preparation of the conference together with us, he brought 5 or 6 iPads with him. It seemed like it's a simple thing, but these iPads were used by our participants. Somebody needed for timing control, somebody needed for the speech, but a person just decided to come and help and to bring something he had with him, and it all was handy. So simple people can really participate and do a lot, because all of us do want this to build the society. We want to build the society which we deserve. So please, guys, join us. And because these conferences are very important for the entire humanity, together we really can change a lot of things. Thank you very much. I would like to give the floor to the next speaker, to the girl from California, Narine. She also participated actively in the technical support. Thank you very much.
Hi, Valerie. Hi, everyone.
Привет
And
всем.
thanks for this amazing presentation today. I'm Narne, and I'm living in Los Angeles, California, USA today, like many other Armenians. And as Valerie said, I was also part of this amazing conference, Creative Society United We Can, which was also translated into Armenian, and people, Armenians watching it, left their comments expressing their sincere gratitude and admiration, and also expressing their willingness to act and to join to this amazing project, Creative Society. And this wave of comments grew bigger even when we started, and our friends from Armenia started to have this live broadcast in Armenian on Creative Society, 6 Degrees of Handshake. People would leave their live comments saying that truly Creative Society, the idea of Creative Society, is something that people from all over the world need to unite, and it will truly save the world. And I'm happy to say that today we have this amazing profile, the page Creative Society in Armenian, where we have a lot of participants that are already willing to act. And it's really important to act today. It's really important to come together around this amazing idea, because even here in California, I have this app that I'm able to track the frequency of earthquakes, and I can see that the amount of earthquakes are getting more and more frequent, more and more high in magnitude, and it's increasing day by day. And when my consciousness tells me that this is another quake and it will stop, I'm able to track that the climate change, the climate disaster that is going to happen also, that Igor Mikhailovich is also mentioning in the programs, is true. And it's increasing day by day. And instead of uniting people, what we see, let's open up the news, we see confrontation, war claims, that another, people are being confronted against each other instead of being brought together. And what we, the participants, this amazing people do, we are uniting around the idea Creative Society, something that our prophets dreamt of because we truly have no enemy but the one who makes us enemies and the ones who serve them. So let's unite around this amazing idea, creative society that our prophets dreamt of, and make their dreams come true. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nara. And I would like to yield the floor to Jason, who would also like to share his experience about conference Creative Society to United We Can.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jason from Michigan, United States. I'm an English speaker. I don't speak Russian. I participated in the conference with all these beautiful people you've seen here today on December 20th, 2020. And our friend Nara just mentioned a little bit about the enemy inside each one of us who opposes and today still opposes. And many of the volunteers and participants of the Creative Society project realize this, that there's no true division other than the inner turmoil that's in a person. And many of us look around and we see what's going on the global scale. But I would like to word what this conference means to me a little bit differently. I grew up in an African-American culture, okay? So what Creative Society means for me and what that conference did for me is it showed a new culture, a culture of unification, a culture where many people of different languages actually only speak one language. And they do so for the common goal. And that common goal is the preservation of life, the prosperity of life, to bring happiness to people and to show people that they deserve it. We all deserve this happiness, that there's no real divisions. What the conference also showed me in participating in it is that everything is possible. You know, a person can get inspired, they can participate in these projects, but when we do these conferences, you really address your own doubts. And those doubts, when you confront them, you see how possible it is. Valery from Pennsylvania, I've never met him a day in my life, you know, but when we all work together, we work together towards a common goal. And friends from California just flew out in less than an hour's notice. They just said they were going to be there. People brought extra material and they didn't know they were going to need it. You know, Lydia organized it and, you know, she did such an amazing job. But what you guys don't see is the amount of actual technical support that occurs behind the scenes that allows the translation of 35 different languages, that keeps the backbone, if you will, of these projects going. And those people that do those things can do them because they feel free and they really hold the value of what we're here for. And, you know, since I was a child, I've always really felt that the whole world was our family. And at a certain point, we accept this bestial way and consumer way of treating each other, and you work a 9 to 5 and you forget it. But that's what the importance of the next conference is. It's to show that our prophets and all the religions and all the spiritual texts really, really wanted for us this creative society that we're talking about here, where human life is placed first, where my wife and my children and your wife and your child, your sister, your aunt, your cousin can go anywhere in this world without fear, and really have a justice system that upholds that moral compass, if you will, and people start living their lives by conscience and not by the bestial qualities, because that part's easy. You know, the hard part is living by conscience today in a consumer society. So when we all work together towards bringing this to fruition, it's possible. And one of the things the prophets also said is we can't do it unless we do it together. So thank you guys so much. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for doing this for not just your children, but my children and many of the children in this world today who don't have a voice in their corner. Thank you.
Спасибо большое, Jason. Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you for your warm words. And really, I fully agree with you that only together, get united, we can achieve this goal of building such a world where each of us can live happily. And now I would like to offer you a short video which will show us what was the feature of the conference on 20th of December.
We are going today talk about the truth of the world and where we live.
Trillions of taxpayers' money are going towards arming to kill each other. The division between us, human beings, is created artificially by priests and politicians.
There isn't an external enemy. We can't no longer put the responsibility on one person. It is an effort of all 322 million people in this country and 7.5 billion people in the world.
If anyone doubts that they are planning famine for us, listen to what the World Food Program Chief announced at the UN General Assembly and what is being planned for the next year.
I mean, can you believe this? There are organizations that actually want to eliminate the population on Earth, as if we don't have enough resources and enough land for everyone, and we truly do.
And you know, right now, all over the world, we're all wearing a mask. We're literally in a rag. And tomorrow, if they like it, we'll be in a gas mask. Or in Pampers. Well, we'll be in whatever they choose, because we keep letting this happen.
But many people think that change can only be done through revolutions or through some going on barricades, violence, and so on. This world has seen a lot of those actions, and none of them brought the actual change. This world doesn't need any more revolution. It needs evolution. Why won't we use our right as people to elect those who are willing to implement the 8 principles, 8 foundations of the creative society into the constitution of each country?
And I'm so glad that everyone is here today around the world to discuss this and know it. We learn from each other, and we get to see and have what we're desiring today. We're here today, and we desire a creative society in which we can build it all.
Нужно понимать, что каждый день, который отдаляет от нас созидательное общество, стоит жизни тысячи детей, которые прямо сейчас умирают от голода.
We are tired of fighting for other ideas foisted upon us by people that want nothing for us.
Putting human life above all else and allocating resources accordingly is the only way to go forward.
When we build this creative society, words like poverty, hunger, inflation, all of those words will just be words of yesterday. Why? Because you would make it possible. They would just be words.
We heard that the creative society can be built in less than 10 years. Can you imagine? We can actually live in a beautiful world in less than 10 years. So how do we do it?
We, right now, have a program that we're on in over 35 languages. 35 languages in countries all around the world. But we are here speaking one common idea. for a creative society, a life for everyone, peace, love, education, all together.
And today, for the first time, there's only one interest, the interest of the people. And who stands behind us? The whole mankind. It is our children's eyes that we look into and understand the legacy and the future that we're leaving behind for them.
Are you watching? Are you paying attention? Are you listening to the common thread that's running through everyone's voice? Unity, human value. People around the globe, I stand next to. We're all one family.
A creative society is the only solution we have. You are the only one who can change the vector towards peaceful development by telling all your friends and family members today.
We need to share this on social media where hundreds of followers each one of us has. And it's just so easy to talk to your friend and your family about issues that are really important because it's future of us and our children.
It depends on every person and their actions. So friends, let's start with simple steps. From this very moment, let's inform every single person about the creative society because together we can.
Friends, hello, my name is Volodya and Bogdan, and we'd like to share our participation in the conference on 20th of December and also to tell why creative society is so important for us. So when I asked myself why creative society is important for me, I understood that the idea of creative society is what actually always was with me. And from the childhood, I remember that I understood that inside of me, I feel that the society should be in the other. But externally, I see that society is vice versa. And I didn't understand why still we have hunger and wars and why people are arguing with each other. And don't we understand that this is not that society we want to live in? And that comprehension lived inside of me, but some why that wasn't expressed externally. Yes, I have the same rememberings. And actually, each of us understands inside, but some why we do not discuss it with each other and we do not speak about it, and that is not what should be. Yes, and exactly after millions of social service with people around the world, we understood what we really want, and we really want the creative society. And on the foundation of these service were created 8 foundations of creative society. And when I saw them, I understood that is the world I really always wanted to live in. And especially if you take deeper in the sense and the simplicity of this project, you understand that exactly that world where we live in now, the world of consumerism, this is the mistake. This is what is the utopia. And only getting united, getting together and telling to each other about creative society, we can get united, the whole world, and build it very simply. And I felt inner desire to do it immediately and understood my responsibility for that. Yes, but at the same time, the responsibility is very happy, very joyful, because it's so joyful to build the world which all people want. Because speaking with all people, you understand that each person brings inside this understanding of the world which should be, and that understanding was through all the time, through all the centuries, and that is the heritage which prophets brought us. All cultures and all religions tell about such a society which is based on love, on supporting, on respecting each other, on friendship, the society of freedom and equality and brotherhood. Yes, and that's so joyful. And also what I like, the goal of creative society is so simple, because just some time ago I heard that we should make this world better. But how? I didn't understand how to make this world better. But creative societies, yes, you understand, we have the goal. We understand that we need a creative society. We understand what it is. And yes, and there is a third real goal of life, real purpose of our life. Yes, and the second step is the informing people. And that's a concrete, defined goal. Yes, so now we can achieve it, we can work on it, and each of us can join to realization of the second step, actually the step of informing. And Bogdan and me and I, we are taking part in the technical support of the conference, usually from the other side of screens. And now guys who are doing this, they are looking at us now. This is a very interesting experience. We understood now what we can improve even more when you sit on this side. But actually, generally, I just wanted to say that about the difference when you join to the group and you become a little part, not a big collective, but not the whole world, a little group, but still a big group. And when people are united with one goal and their attention is concentrated on this goal and they are synchronized with each other, then all tasks are possible to do them. For example, you sit and you see you have some problems and you do not understand how to do it, how to conquer it, and then it seems impossible to do it, but only you sincerely want, united with it, all of us do it. I'm just trying now to understand how many people, how many countries are participating in technical support. It's so much, so many. And at this moment, they are doing their little task, not big, but little task to do this translation. Just if we have this task, this goal, and we sincerely want to do it, then we quickly find the decision, find the solution of the task, of the problem. And it inspires, it shows a little tiny example of how it can be if we all are getting together, if we all are united with the whole world. All today's problems, they will be solved so quickly. I'm sure. I don't doubt about it. And there are so big perspectives about our humanity. Yes, and for supporting your words, just we can remember the experience of preparation to the conference on 20th of December when we understood that should be such a huge conference of such scale, which wasn't still presented on Earth. And the first thoughts were, how can we do it? We are not professionals. For example, I'm a financial expert, and in our technical support, we do not have engineers. All of us are people who are in free time, learned on videos from YouTube how to do that and share this knowledge with each other, and how we are organizing this conference of such a world scale. We understood only that we shouldn't step back. We just decided that we should do it, and we started to generating ideas. How can we do thousands of streamings? How can we do more than 30 languages of translation to do it safely without risks? And in short times, because short times was so short, so limited. And after the second day, the ideas started coming. And it seemed that even people who were not so participating so much in technical support, they just gave us some ideas which helped us to solve this problem. Yes, the energy of people just creates miracles. Yes. And also what was surprising, how people are easily joining the technical support. because we understood that we need so many people who even don't understand how to do it, and we shared this experience from zero, from nothing. But when one person understood how to do it, learned, studied, he was teaching other people, and we shared this experience. And after several weeks, we understood that there are already 20 or 40 people who are ready to take language streamings and translations, and really that intercommunication in the conference you feel it. And also, in addition, I am very inspired by the fragment of the video Creative Society Unites Soul with participation of Igor Mikhailovich Danilov. Let's watch it, and after we will speak more about it.
And again, regarding unification, if we take, for instance, that Tsiolkovsky, right? When two people unite, their mental strengths, aura is amplified 7 times. Isn't that interesting? And with a subsequent one, it is amplified even more. It is raised to a power. Correct. If 3 people unite, it's already 7 to the 2nd power, meaning it is amplified 49 times. Of course, isn't it interesting? But what's important is that it happens, let's say, on the same wave. And there should be one goal. It's very important, certainly. And it's very important here. He noted this as well, that there should be one idea, one goal, and our attention should come into it. We should be in a resonance for achieving one goal. This is what we are talking about. When creating a creative society, our unification is only needed so that we all together put our attention into one goal, implement it. We should resonate, not dissonate with each other, right? Then we will build it very easily and quickly. Everything depends, my friends, again, on our aspirations, on the power which we invest. While human power, the true power, is in our attention. If we then invested there, but again, we invested due to our desire to make the world a better place for ourselves. We do not contradict even those very patterns of consumerism. We want to create a beautiful, safe world for our children. This is the true legacy that can we leave for them. Isn't it so? We give them not only tomorrow, but only the day after tomorrow. Isn't it worth for us to spend a little time and attention on this? It is worth it, my friends.
Life is worth it. Igor Mikhailovich, and how can we understand the words by Tsiolkovsky? Because when using material consciousness, this sounds like science fiction, that 2 auras unite and everything is amplified 7 times. It is power. How should we understand this? After all, the aura is such an unstable notion which changes several times during a day in human.
Now you have touched a bit upon such metaphysical manifestations. Let me explain it to you in the language of physics. Just imagine the maximum weight I can lift is 50 kilograms.
Yes.
And the maximum weight that you can lift is 50 kilograms. How much can you and I lift together? A simple question. What are our weightlifting limits?
If we use math, then 100 kilograms.
Yes, 100 kilograms, right? But I will tell you that you are wrong. Why? Because each of us can separately lift 50 kilograms, while together with you, we can recall Archimedes. You understand? And activate our brains, as they say. We can recall the levers and lift tons together. Isn't that right?
Great.
Great. And this is the power of unification, because we unite not only physically, but also mentally, spiritually, and intellectually. It means that our capabilities increase many times. Is that right?
And how important and valuable every subsequent person is, and how vital it is for a person to inform others.
Very important. Every person is very important.
Because the next person is not just plus one person.
Because every person who begins to resonate with everyone amplifies this resonance.
Many times.
Many times.
Thank you. And why I like exactly this fragment, because that's what we see every day. We see how people are synchronizing around one goal, and we see these results. And also I'd like to tell about those decisions we come to together with the team. there's restreamings of the conference, and also the conference is not one event, it's the possibility to share this event with the whole world actually. And together we found such decisions which allow each person through its wall in social networks, its phone, share this conference, because maybe it seems that what can I do, what will change from my translation, but maybe everything will change by your translation, because even one person who joined is very important, because it's our common choice. And to do this choice, for us to do this choice, people should know what to choose, from what to choose, because about creative society, maybe people do not know, our neighbors, people in other countries, in other cities, you cannot even sleep while they do not know about it, because if a person is choosing without understanding all the possibilities, he will make the mistake, because he even doesn't know that he can live in the other way. Yes, and that's very important. And people are waiting for us to tell them about this information, to share it. And each can join the sharing the information. Each of us can retranslate, restream conferences, and we should do that, so that this conference was everywhere, on all platforms, videos, walls, all resources. And actually that's very simple, because guys, people are learning and sharing these understandings, this knowledge, and if you have thoughts that you will not understand how to do it, that's not so. We just checked that people even over 80 years old, they by instruction they can do the streams. And so friends, please join. And as we heard from the fragment with Igor Mikhailovich Danilov, each of us who joined is make the building of creative society even quicker. We do it quicker in 10 times. So just imagine how you can enforce the building of creative society. Join, and we will live there even more quickly.
The word to Leslie.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for that. And today we have really, really learned from our participants, our volunteers. Everyone's a volunteer. Everyone has decided to take the time to talk about the action of changing the lives of everyone, not just our lives, but changing the lives of everyone around the world and making this world a better place. Things we thought of when we were children. You know, we didn't come here into this world not thinking that it was be a wonderful, beautiful thing to play and to talk and to just enjoy life. And as we got older, we realized that that wasn't the case, and it wasn't our fault. Our parents didn't change it for us. We have the chance to change it for our kids, for the next generations that come along. We are in the information stage of action. And the more we give this action of information to the society, to this united world of people, not the United Nations, the united world of people, and begin to educate our kids with it. Put these thoughts and these dreams in their minds, which allows them to really believe they can be whatever they want to be. You know, within a world of a creative society, you can be whatever you choose, because you don't have to worry about having food on your plate. You don't have to worry about medical care. You don't have to worry about an education that's going to cost you more than most people make on a salary. You know, these are the things that are important to our world. These are the actions that will proceed after the information stage. We have to make it popular. And we've made it popular in so many ways with the huge broadcast we had in December. You know, this is what we do. This is the reason we come together. This is the reason we all want a creative society. We are created now, right now, talking to each and every one of us. I mean, we're all over the world. We're in different time zones, and we have all sat down and said, you know what? We are going to talk about the desire for our future and for the future of our kids. And it is a creative society, is a united world of caring for each other. And this, my friends, and I do say friends around the world, this is what we desire. This is why we are here. And this is why we will continue to share and make the idea of goodness, of love for each other, popular in the world today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Leslie, for your inspiring words. Спасибо большое, Leslie, за твои...
Thank you, Leslie, for your inspiring words. And now I'd like to announce video of one of speakers who was participating in the conference on 20th of December.
Hi, my name is Steve. I've been a Creative Society volunteer now for 3 months, maybe? I don't remember. It's been a while. It feels like a lot longer, but I've really enjoyed it. It's been life-changing. I know it sounds cliche to say, but here's the reality. I got involved because I had the opportunity to be interviewed on one of the live conversations. When I began, I thought, wow, what a great opportunity for me to get my message out there. See, I was thinking about myself, what I could do for me or what Creative Society could do for me. But as I did the interview, I got to meet some amazing people. And I began to watch. And I read the 8 foundations. And I began to notice a common theme with all the people I met. Nobody used words like me or mine. It was us or we. The concept or ideas of human value were being taken so seriously. I got introduced to more people. So I reached out and I said, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know. I'd love to help. I'd love to be involved. A few weeks later, I got an email. Hey, we need a co-host for one of our live conversations. You said you wanted to help. So it's your turn. I happily jumped on, was a co-host. I've been doing it ever since. And doing so, I've met some absolutely amazing people from around the world. You get introduced. This is so-and-so from Moldova. That's Roman, by the way, my producer of the show I get to do. He's one of the producers. And I'm fortunate enough to know Masha in Moldova and Roman in Moldova. They are husband and wife and 2 of the coolest people in the world I have met. But I keep meeting more and more people. And do you know what I find? I find that they're all sharing and looking for commonalities. They continue to look for ways to unite humanity. I can't help but be touched every time I'm on a live conversation. I don't know how involved you are or where you are at the process. Maybe you're just turning in for the first time to a Creative Society, or for those of you who have been involved, who are out doing interviews, thank you. I wish I could meet you face to face. One day we will, I promise. But for now, if you're just kind of exploring what this is, let me give you one quick word of encouragement. Don't focus on all the things that you may not agree with. Don't focus on the things you're different. Look for commonalities. Look for shared values. Read the 8 foundations and say, yes, I agree. Because there are hundreds of thousands of people around the globe who share those same values. And they're coming together. They're getting things done.
I love being involved in the Creative Society Project for one simple reason. My heart is lifted up by the power of unity, of people who look, think, and believe different, coming together around a simple, common theme. Human life has value. Our planet and our resources are important, need to be saved, and need to be shared, because each person has the right to live a safer, a healthier, and a happier life.
Thank you so much, Steve, for these words and for this video. And of course,
it's a great honor.
That's a great joy to take part with you in live conversations. And that was a great pleasure to see you as a speaker at the conference, 20th of December. And now I'd like to present our next guest, Andrei Pridnya from Toronto, active participant of Creative Society Project. Hello, friends. Yes, I'm Andrei Pridnya. I live in Toronto, Canada. And I'd like to share today my a case where how people perceive this importance of creative society, people who didn't hear about it before even. And this example will also support what Volodya said, that people are just waiting when we tell them about it. 1 week before the conference on 20th of December, I decided to apply to director of one of television channels here in Canada, and then I decided just to invite him to take part in the conference, and nothing came in my mind, and something great. I just thought how to write to him from that way or that way, and I thought that he's already 1 year speaking with you, but he's not responding. He will not perceive it. And I decided not to turn attention to that, and I just wrote several words to him, and that was like, dear Con, his name is Con, let's create better future for our children. And that's it. And I just pinned a link to the conference and just sent to him. And how was I surprised when in 2 hours I got an email from him, and he told, wow, such a great video, can I show it in my channel? And we started a conversation with him, and it turned out that he also can do a streaming of the conference on his channel. And as a result, we did the translation on ALLATRA TV, and his subscribers, about 1.2 millions from around the world, they got the opportunity to get acquainted with this information. And before the end of the conference, I got one more message from him, and he said that he was so amazed with such a technical support and all people who took part there. And he said that he wants to be the informational partner of the ALLATRA TV, of the project Creative Society. And now, as a result, we are preparing for the release of the film of video of Atlantis, which will be released so soon. And also we are preparing for the transmission of the conference on 20th of March. It will be also restreamed there. And so there was such an experience, and that's such a joy that people perceive this information, and that's so great. Thank you so much. I pass word to Marina. Thank you so much, Andrei, for this such an inspiring example. Really, everything starts with simple steps. And before I pass the microphone to our next speaker, I'd like to share with you an interesting fact. It turns out that on the 2020th, on the Earth, there are about 10,000 languages, different languages, and 40 of them are spoken by a little bit more than 2/3 of the whole population of the Earth. And knowing about this, you understand how important instrument it is, using which you can do so much kind and useful for the whole humanity. And I'd like also to pass the word to a team of translators, volunteers, translators who do some possible and impossible sometimes to share this information with each person on this planet, because with each conference, there not only the professionalism of the whole team is raising, but also the quantity of languages we are doing the translation to. And so the conference, which was taken in May, on 2019, was translated to 7 languages, and to December 2020 we raised to 35. And now, in the preparation to the conference on 20th of March, the Creative Society What Prophets Dreamt Of, we invite all desiring people to play a role of a synchronical translator, because the soon we can share the information about Creative Society, the sooner we can build the Creative Society. And despite of that fact that we speak in all different languages, 7,000 different languages, but actually in each of us is speaking one desire to live in the world with destiny life, destiny life, and this desire is expressed in our desire and our thoughts and in our actions. And I pass the word to our translators. Yes, hello everybody. My name is Dima. I'm from the Kyiv city, Ukraine, and I take part in the technical support of the synchronical translations. And now I'd like to share a little bit with you how it's happening all. And I'd like to start with why, for me, the project Creative Society is so important, why I take part in it, and what's motivating me. And actually, if you look at you look truthfully, essentially at our world, you see that the situation is not so good, simply speaking, and people are separated, divided. And also in the video of Igor Mikhailovich participation dedicated to climate, you also can see the real situation with climatic situation on Earth. And there is just an understanding that Creative Society, this is a project which is the only chance for the whole humanity, the only chance to survive and to continue our existence. That's a unique chance for all people, and not just survive, but to build such a world where each of us dreams to live in, each person, despite of the country, despite of the nation, of the religion. That doesn't matter. Each of us wants to live in peace. Each of us wants to live in safety, the guarantee of tomorrow. And I also want to live in such a world. And also knowing that there is such a project Creative Society, that's just impossible not to take part in it, because you understand that's this responsibility. You understand how so many people are acting together, just arm to arm and hand by hand, and want to change something in this world. And you understand that each person is so important. Each person can do so much, and so much depends on each of us. And understanding this responsibility, you understand that you also can do something that can make our world better, to lead it to the prosperity that's so wonderful, and that's so Cool. And also, I'd like to share about translations. Yes, together with technical support, technical team, in preparation to the 20th of December, we called people from around the world. And in our own experience, we just experienced that all people want the same. They want to share this information about creative society. They understand their responsibility. They want people in their country also to know about this information and started sharing it. And people are joining with pleasure, with joy, despite the fact that they have never done it, never did the transmissions and streamings and translations. They understand that so many people in their country also are waiting for this information, and they just join, and that's so inspiring. And of course, I'd like to invite all people who know at least a little bit some language to join to translations. And that doesn't matter if you have some equipment or not, but the synchronical translations or not synchronical doesn't matter. In the world, there are 7,000 languages, as Marina said, and we need that each person know about this information, because only then, when all of us know, we can come to some result. And now there is the most very important stage of building the creative society, that's informing, and exactly our translations. People who are translating, they are raising borders, that's language borders between us. We can just come in the network and share the information in social networks, but not all people can understand it, your language, yes? But the conference, which was translated on 20th of December, that will be translated on 20th of March, that's difficult to remember the language which this conference wasn't translated to. And almost all people on Earth can get acquainted with this project, this information, and share it and pass it forward. And also, I'd like to notice one example, a very inspiring example, when we first time started streaming to Arabic language. After the stream, many people who speak Arabic language, they got inspired and joined the Creative Society project. And the same I can tell about all languages we are translating to, which the conference was translated to. And that's great. So, friends, I'm so happy to be a part of the team of the project Creative Society and just be a part of the whole humanity, our one common human family, because we all are people, we all are one family, we all want to live in peace, in joyness, in kindness, respect, and supporting each other, and just so disgusting to survive. I just want to quit it and to live as a human being. And also, I'd like to tell about the next conference, which will be held on 20th of March, 2021, that the conference is named Creative Society, What Prophets Dreamt of. And if you look, sincerely, you can see that all prophets of all religions, any religion you can take, they all told about the same, said about the same. They all taught us love each other, respect each other, support each other. They all told about creative society, and they all wanted and tried to build it. And now we have such a unique opportunity due to internet technologies, due to there are no any language borders. We can do it, and that's possible for us exactly, without doubts. So, and we do it already. So thank you, guys. Thank you all. And I'd like to pass the word to Katya. She's also a participant of the international team of synchronical translators. Katya.
Спасибо большое, Дима.
Thank you so much, Dmitry. I'm Ekaterina. I'm from Ukraine. And first of all, I'd like to express gratitude to all people who was joined to the conference, engaged in the conference in May 2019, and to all people who was participating in the conference on 20th of December, and to say thanks to all people who are investigating in the building of creative society. And you know, the importance of these conferences, of these events, that you cannot overvalue it, because these are small steps on the stairs which leads us exactly to that world where we all, each of us, will be able to live as a human being, where each child will be happy and he will not be just quitted, where each person of old age will be able to perceive, to feel this taste of life, and each teenager who hasn't still decided who he wants to be in this life and doing this life, he will be able to find it, to find his and her path, and to do it through different various ways. Because now we are together building the society of practice. This is where people don't do how to do, but people who just are doing, who are trying, and who really are doing it with such a sincere love, huge sincere love, with such a message which is so wonderful, miracle. And you know, I just wanted to share with you such a small story. What inspired me to join the movement, that was the conference which was in May of 2019.